Hello, my name is Garrett Harrington for my fieldwork in autism class. I'm in class 683, section 805. Um, because of my Visi score, I scored a little bit lower in my ethics section. So I chose to find articles that I feel I needed to study more up within. I know ethics are a huge part of our job as RBTs, and when we will step into our role as BCBAs, I wanted to develop better understanding of it as well. So I'm trying to tackle E2 of the task list, responsibilities professional, and E5, responsibility for supervisees and training. The first article I went over was by Sellers and gave a brief history of the ethics code and its implications, which it's tied to the responsibility of a professional. So in the beginning of the article, what was really important that I saw was that the early founders, they were trying to set the stage for the field to grow, and with more behavior analysts. They felt that a master's degree was more of a minimum standard back in the day, and universities still did not possess all a BCBA needed to be quality and durable behavior analysts. This part underlines to me that we need to be constantly working with ourselves, furthering our education and our working environment. We need to develop our scope of competence and practice, but not always think that we are fully competent to take on everything. So, because of learning about the history in this article, um, it was able to help me realize about how the vision for becoming a behavior analyst and to become better at it. And these ethic codes are made to help us develop and stay within a field in a moral way to avoid and minimize the risk and maximize the benefits of ABA therapy. And the BACB requires for us to complete 4 hours of continuing education ethics every 2 years when we are BCBAs. The ethics code can be continued to be refined and updated as the times change as well. This helps me to know that I need to continue to evaluate myself in ethics view and then on the ethics code and competence. The second article is by Greeny and it ties into ET the most. The results of this survey suggest that behavior analysts are experiencing ethical dilemmas in a wide range of areas and the contexts, with usually happening with like dual relationships, the accepting gifts and evidence-based practices and the boundaries of competence. Those are the most common dilemmas in ethics. So due to that, I was able to feel like I was able to understand the dilemmas faced by the service providers can lead to improvement with that. And I need to understand the ethics code as well. I need to understand the impact that these ethical dilemmas can have on myself in order to improve my ethics. And I think it's really important that I am aware of the most regular ethical issues you can come in contact with and to be better prepared for the more frequent occurrences than to handle, and then to handle the bigger occurrences. The third article by Fraudulin ties into E5, responsibility to supervisees and trainees. And as BCBAs, we're instructed to do that a lot. We're instructed to take on the task of supervising and to train. So this, I really wanted to learn more, and it talked about how you can work more with your consulting supervisor once you become a BCBA, because you need to have a consulting supervisor if you're wanting to supervise other supervisees that want to become a BCBA too. You need to really make sure that you're studying and get to know like potential consulting supervisors, make sure that your style and your uh, philosophies line up basically because you want to not always be at odds. So it's really important to make sure you get to know each other and feel like they're both a good fit for each other. And the other thing too is like developing goals and structure as well is another recommendation they had in the article, developing the system for monitoring their supervisees' progress too. The article is relevant to our development because we need to make sure we're all a good fit. And then it's really easy to get lost in our work too. I feel like it's really important that we all set a structure and know what we need to do to work on. So it's really important that when you set up your relationship with your consulting supervisor, you set a structure to it as well, and you set up structure to your supervisees, and you try to have a good monitoring system for your progress. So that is it.